everybody? Welcome to the most infuriating podcast I have ever had to record with these guys here. Welcome back to the AOTY Rankers channel. My name is Stefan. I'm joined today by the usual crew. Tim, where are you?
What's good? It's your boy.
And then we got Omar. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And last but maybe not least, we got Knockrid.
Welcome back to a podcast
This negative
video. Hi.
Oh boy.
So this is again another edition of our 2020 Anime of the Year. Today we'll be doing Best Style category, aka the most unique art, maybe, however you want to perceive style as. But yeah, we got a little list here today. Don't forget to listen to us on your podcasting platform of choice, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, or you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. How y'all feeling about this one? Is it?
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be fighting a little bit because I feel like we all have different definitions of style and like. What
Yeah, I feel like that could probably be a problem. I'm not gonna lie.
But we'll see.
I'm gonna be along for the ride. I'm just gonna.
It's a shorter
I'm gonna
list,
be
so maybe
mellow
this will be our
today.
shortest one yet.
Yeah.
Maybe
It should be. It should be conceivably.
I don't know. There's a lot I want to fight for in this category. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
boy.
Well, it might be you
Well,
fighting
let's-
against yourself,
Another
but let's
hour-long
go.
podcast is what it sounds like.
I hope not. Let's just get right into it and let me read off the shows. So for Best Style, our nominations are Akudama Drive, Baki the Great Ratai Tournament Saga, BNA or Brand New Animal, Decadence, Doro Hetero, Fire Force Season 2, Isekai Quartet 2, Jujutsu Kaisen, Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken, Rent a Girlfriend, The God of High School, and last, maybe least, Tower of God.
No. Why is it like this?
List.
No. The reason why
what's-
this. No, hear me out. The reason why it's on this list, right, is because okay, sure, like visually, it's not like the most like stylistic, but like the whole world and like the dynamic, like the setting, the like all that is really really interesting, and it's pretty unique, and it's in that
I'll
aspect
give
it is
you
very unique, which is why in this best style,
But
on
is
quotation
it
mark,
top three? Okay, again, this is one winner, two runners
No.
up. So do you think Tower of God is top three
we are
in
keeping
uniqueness
Tower
for
of
this
God
year?
here.
He just doesn't
now.
want
I'm
it
gonna
to go
keep it
up
for
first.
now.
Okay,
He just does not
listen.
want it to go up
Compare
first.
Tower of God to Isekai Quartet, and like, come on.
All right, well, let's get rid of Isekai
I'm
Quartet
fine with
then.
getting rid of Isekai Quartet. I really
Yeah,
like.
it's just the chibi. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
decent show, but
Like,
Yeah,
I think,
there's
like,
nothing
we've
really-
seen the chibi thing in many shows before. This
Yeah.
show does it well, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
As well as
It's
cheating
entertaining
can be
enough.
done, right?
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I also want to get rid of Fire Force, despite how good it is
Wow.
this
Whoa,
year.
before we keep going, let's address Tower of God.
Oh no, we're not twisting the tower. Okay, listen. Okay, you might not like the plot. You might not like how the way it was animated or whatever. Like, I don't care.
You might not like
okay.
anything else about it.
But like the plot, the characters, the setting, it's very unique. It is one of the more unique shows on this list. And next to best style, in quotation mark, is uniqueness.
Yes, but
Okay.
I assumed you were talking about of the art.
but it also has to be appealing. So
It is
like,
appealing.
It's
I mean,
not. It doesn't only
we're
have to
only
be
It is
talking
unique,
about
appealing.
It has to
It is
be
appealing.
appealing as well.
It is pretty appealing.
Wait,
I don't-
hold on. Let me get a clarification. We're talking about like uniqueness of the art style, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fine, well,
If it's
no.
specifically only just the
What?
art style, then I feel like we can get rid of a lot of shows on this list that y'all are not willing to get
and-
rid
Yeah, we
of.
probably
Oh,
can.
yeah,
get
Tower
rid
of
of
God
shows
is
on
one
this
of
list.
them, right?
Tower
You know?
of God, no?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I would get rid of like, I mean, sure, get rid of Tower of God, fine, because
What would you get rid of, Knockern,
I
before
would,
Tower of
I would
God?
get rid of Fire Force because visually, in terms
I
of
don't think that's gonna
uniqueness,
happen. Yeah, no,
in terms of
no.
come on, like guys,
The fire
guys,
effects are pretty
uniqueness, uniqueness,
Definitely not.
and
it's definitely
style.
not
Yeah.
bland or anything
It's
like
Fire
that.
Force
Yeah,
is-
it's not like the
You're trying to
crazy.
Fire Force
that.
has a very unique style. I mean, it's the same as the first season.
It's not. It
which
doesn't
is- I
have a
don't know
unique.
if that's.
If you're talking about like the way it looks and the uniqueness of how it looks, Stefan.
Yeah,
I don't-
Yeah, I know.
He's got a very
I don't
unique
know.
style
that,
to it.
Yeah, I could
I
agree
don't
with that.
know.
Yeah, it's unique.
I think it
I
is
don't
too.
know.
I would agree that it is.
Not
No,
like
I
a-
like
it's not like a
the
general-
world.
Definitely more
a lot.
unique than
Anime.
Tower of God.
Like with all
Some
the
of it, come on,
fire
Stefan,
beams and
slow
stuff.
it down. You just a
Yeah.
Tower of God hater. You don't gotta say it, but I know.
I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to say it.
Like, okay, I just feel like when it comes to like uniqueness and the style of the show, the aesthetic of the show is really, really good.
Okay,
and I think
we can leave Tower of God for now. Let's. We got other things to deal. Let's get rid of Baki.
Why are you trying to go like
Let's hear your
that?
case
Who's
on
only
Baki
one
before
goes?
we
Like,
cut it.
okay.
Let's hear your
Okay,
case.
you know what's crazy is I'll probably back up for Baki more than Tower of God in this aspect, just because I
They're
feel
both
like
getting out of here though.
no. Listen. Because first of all,
Let him talk.
it's very okay. You can't tell me I'm wrong when I tell you that the style is very, very, very unique. For one, probably one of the more unique shows in this list. Okay. Also, it's a weird thing where it's kind of like JoJo, where like it knows what it is, and because it knows what it is, like it has this like weird tone to the show, if that makes any sense. Just like the things that happen in this show is just crazy and over the top. And this show knows what it wants, is proud of what it is, and it keeps that same energy throughout the entire show. Like everybody knows what Baki is from the second that you watch it, and it puts that representation and the aspect proud on its face. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's goofy, but it's goofy on purpose, and that's the style of the show. That's what makes the show so good. If the show wasn't goofy and it wasn't wild, it wouldn't be that good, and it wouldn't have the popularity that it does. Which is why, if you compare Tower of God and Baki, in all honesty, I will back up Baki any day of the week, because this show is actually very, very, very unique.
My main argument for that is I agree that Baki has a very unique art style.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like that art style.
I mean, that sucks for you.
I don't think that art style is very good.
But like, that's
because it's ugly.
That's the point of the show. That's literally the point of the show. Okay, nobody's supposed to look cute.
But the art style is the thing that has kept me from watching this show.
That's because what? That's crazy. Like, okay, legitimately, even the girlfriends. Okay, in the older show, like the older Baki, the characters seemed like pretty like well, they're still muscular, but they weren't like crazy over the top, right? But even the manga is crazy over the top style. Even in the show, even the girlfriend who doesn't even work out could like probably beat up every single character in this damn list. Like the whole aesthetic of the show is muscles and testosterone and craziness, and I really like that. That's if you're talking about style.
I don't think you're hearing that.
No,
we don't like it.
My point is you don't like it, but in terms of style, it has one of the better styles in this list, whether you like to or not.
I don't think you can say that.
It's like
when we say we don't like the style.
No, I will fight for Baki till the end of the day. All right,
how about this? How about we cut Tower of God for now? I'll let you keep Baki.
Oh no, Baki will grind its way to the near top, because I will fight for Baki this entire time.
Are you okay with us cutting Tower of God?
Y'all just want to go for my shows, so yeah, give it a Tower of God.
I can agree with Baki being unique. I definitely see
it's very unique.
Yeah,
I just
definitely
don't like it.
Yeah,
it's unique in a good way. Like how JoJo is unique, Baki is unique in that same way.
Yeah,
so
but
I don't know if
JoJo is
I don't know if I would put JoJo in this category either, though.
JoJo is best style and uniqueness. I mean, JoJo didn't come out this year.
It's most unique.
Yes?
I don't know if it's best unique.
I like
style.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know, like JoJo has like sponsorship with companies, with style companies. Like JoJo's
not on this list. Let's not talk about JoJo.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about JoJo, but I'm just saying.
Can we cut Tower
cut
of
it?
God?
Sure.
Yes.
Cut it, whatever. But I will stick with.
I'll let you have Baki for. I'll offer one of my own up. I'm willing to offer Decadence up.
No, I want you to take away Fire Force.
Wait, let me.
No.
Take away.
I'm offering Decadence right now.
No. That's a weak sauce.
No, take away Rent a Girlfriend, if anything. That's not unique.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting rid of Rent a Girlfriend also.
What you think is unique?
I think the character models are kind of unique.
No,
I also don't. I don't think it's top 3. Yeah, it's not like basic, anime.
Yeah, basic.
It's not. It's not.
It is. It is.
The character models, okay, they're pretty. They're waifu material.
There's some interesting lining around it. They got some nice drawn backgrounds. Whatever. I'm letting it go for the record, but it has a unique style to it that I appreciated, but I understand that it's not for everybody. So I'll let that one go. Oh.
I also want to get rid of Jujutsu Kaisen, despite how good it is.
All right, hold up, Knocker. I might be with you with that one. Let's hear the argument, though. Let's hear the argument.
So my point is, it's a really good show, right? And it's like aesthetically, like especially when it comes to shonen, it is a very good shonen, right? But like in terms of like uniqueness. And don't get me wrong, I love the Curse World and I love the world that it's made. And it's probably going to be like one of the better shonens we've had in like the past couple of years, right? But in terms of like uniqueness and like it's still like you got the trio, you have the Kakashi, the MC got a demon inside of him, like you know what I mean? It's just really, really, really good shonen, but in the end, it's still very shonen, and it's a trope that we've seen a lot everywhere, which is why I want to get rid of it.
It looks
Tim, let me go
looks
first.
kind of
Tim,
unique.
let me go first.
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Man.
All right, first of all, you are focusing on uniqueness way too much.
I mean,
It's
even
definitely a way to
style.
describe best style, but just because it's not unique in a sense doesn't mean it has bad style or not.
Oh no, it has
one
great
of the best
style.
Exactly.
No, everything on this list has great style. That's why it's on this list. I'm not denying the fact that it has great style.
I don't know
But
about
uniqueness
that.
doesn't now take it to another level. I just want to make sure we have that. Like,
Oh yeah,
clear.
but like uniqueness is like right next to the title, so I'm gonna use that word. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
it's not unique,
How
but it has
about
best
this?
style.
How about this? I'll get rid of the word. Make it easy for everybody.
All right.
Thank you. I think it's a
feel
way
like-
to
I feel like
definitely
we were
judge
over-relying on
style,
that.
but yeah, I think you're kind of emphasizing the style too much, that's why uniqueness, or not emphasizing style, but you're emphasizing uniqueness too much.
I mean, even
Baki is
even
very
style,
unique. but I
even the
wouldn't say it's-
style though. Like
Well-
like even the style though. Like Jutsu is cool. Like the characters are cool looking, and the ending definitely brings out the style of the show. But if you take the ending aside, where you show the characters dancing and like having the like that aesthetic, if you look at the show itself, it looks good. But like in terms of like style, like I don't know. Like I'm just letting you know. Like
No.
I don't think it's one of the strong contestants. Comparing that, for example, to BNA and Akudama Drive, like
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
getting BNA out of here. That's my goal. So that doesn't really-
Insane.
too
I don't
cartoony
know.
for me.
I mean, I'm on Omar's side with thinking that this show does have like a really cool style to it. Like I like what
It's very cohesive.
I like what they do with like the curse energy too. How they make that look like all of the curses like how they. I don't know. Yeah, the style. I mean, that's the word you would use,
Yeah,
right? The style of how all of them look is just like so cool and like. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just has like a thing about it that just like draws you in, kind of like.
and it's not too much either, you know.
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
it's not
where they need to
overbearing.
emphasize their kind of exactly. So I mean, it's definitely not necessarily unique to an extent, but it's definitely got one of the better
Yes,
styles. I think,
yeah.
especially for shonen, where it's not too over the top, but it still kind of sets it apart from another kind of shonen.
Yeah, I would.
So what would y'all get?
agree
think
with
of?
him.
What would
I
y'all
mean,
get
I
rid
wouldn't
of?
say it's definitely top 3, but it's definitely not something I would take out right now.
Yeah, it's not like I don't think it's like so easily like dismissed that you're just like,
exactly.
this guy said, let's just
Oh
get
no!
rid of it.
I mean, like Stefan said, every single time I want to defend my show, we're not ranking them out of order. We're doing the top
That is true.
3.
We don't cut
Oh
them
no,
in order.
Yeah.
this is
No, but-
debatable for me.
Yeah, I would say it should still be in consideration.
Those other shows, aren't going to make top 3 in Akron. Well, at least Tower of God.
I mean,
that's
that's already gone.
We
That's
already
already
cut
gone.
Tower
You already,
of
we already got Tower of God. That's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, what would you cut, Omar?
BNA.
I knew he was gonna say it
That's
too.
not getting cut.
I knew he was gonna say it too.
Like I see, it's definitely unique and it's got a certain style to it. I'm not a fan. I think that's just all there is to it. I've been hating on it so much recently. I haven't even
You
watched
have.
it.
You
It's
can't leave
insane.
the Omar. You can't leave the train.
Does
you can't leave the train
does
now.
anyone else agree with Omar that they don't like the style of BNA?
See, the thing is, like, I could like not like the style, but I can appreciate it, and I feel like BNA
Okay.
is kind of very contested to top 3, despite the fact that I haven't watched it yet,
Okay.
which is why I
Yeah,
can't. Get rid
I
of
just wanted to make sure that everyone wasn't going insane.
it. Okay. Oh man, so what would y'all get rid of? Since I've defended Baki,
I've already nominated Decadence for the chopping block. I don't know why y'all.
Alright, fine. Get rid of
y'all
Get rid of
let-
Decadence.
I'm okay with
Fine.
Yeah.
I kind of like the way some of the bots look, and and the humans, and
Yeah.
kind of the contrast between them, and I don't know how I like the way the actual Decadence looks.
Yeah. I mean, I like the show, but
Yeah,
terms of
it's
best
got
style.
it's definitely got some style, but I don't think it hangs with
uniqueness, but
Some
and
of these.
uniqueness. But I don't think it hangs with the stuff on this list.
Alright.
All right.
now
So
we've got rid
okay.
of the
So
obvious.
I read the list, right?
Yeah,
I
you read the list.
Yeah, you already read the list.
Just check it.
all right. So I'm not gonna necessarily put this up for cutting, But what are like the feelings towards like the God of High School now?
Ooh.
What is the feeling towards that?
This show has like swagger. Like this show is just uses coolness.
This isn't the swagger category though.
I mean,
I know, but it's like
I know.
You know, so but it's like it's animated really well, and the dude. Okay,
I'm not talking about animation though.
I mean, you're right. I know you're talking about. I know, but it's not good to compare it to the webtoon because the webtoon is like different from the anime. But they do incorporate a lot of what makes the webtoon unique, like the little nose.
Not talking about the source material. Talking about the show. We're talking about the show.
He's talking about the show.
No. Anytime I bring up the manga for other stuff, you're like, we're not talking about the manga. So we're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Leave it out of your argument. Leave it out of your argument. I want to hear what you say about the show without bringing it in.
Okay.
Hey, if I can't bring it up, nobody can bring it up.
Yo, I just hear some salt out of you, dog. Hold up.
It's clear salt. It's because when I try to bring up the source material, I can't.
My whole point is that like in terms of uniqueness, what makes the show unique is very present. Like especially when it comes to like the noses, the way that it looks, like just the way that the characters fight, the way that things are, especially with the fights too. Like Mori versus Daiwi, like at the end of the fight, they decided to make it drew like paintings and stuff, and like sometimes when they really really want to, they change the style, the animation style completely just to fit the tone of the show better, which is why I feel like I kind of really want the show to stay on because of that. But I don't think it's like the craziest thing.
All valid points.
That is pretty good. I cannot lie.
Because in my head, like. You know. I'm actually never mind. I'll let it go.
I got a quick question. Has anyone here actually seen a full episode of Doro Hetero?
Nah, but it looks really really cool. So I kind of
You're based on just the opening. I don't think we can have this show hang around.
You can like look at okay, that's fair.
I think I don't know. I think it's
the fact that none of us have seen.
I think it's kind of cool that it has like one of the main characters is like basically all CG though. That's kind of cool. I don't know if it necessarily looks good, but I think it's cool. It's unique, but
I think
we just none of us have seen it. It just sucks. Yeah. I promise I'll watch it. I'll watch it before we record the other stuff. I promise.
The irony, though, is that I'm going to fight for Aizoken, even though I've only seen one episode of it.
Yo, that show
has you don't even need to watch the show to see
agree
the
with
style
that.
Of that show.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Okay.
That show...
I'm not nominating that one. I just wanted to mention that because some people out there might,
I mean,
questioning why
I feel like it's
still
close to the
around.
chopping block, but whatever. We'll keep it in mind.
I feel like it's top 3 with. I feel like it might be number 1 with a bullet, but we can come back to that one.
Okay.
Later.
Okay, so we got. I really want to get rid of Fire Force. I really, really, really want to get rid of Fire Force because I really don't think
there's some kind of hate here. Or...
No, I really like Fire Force. Don't get me wrong. I've been vouching for Fire Force for a grip. Stefan knows. He's from season 1.
I'm not a fan
even
of
up until
plot,
now.
But yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I've been fighting Fire Force. I think the Fire Force has really good animation, and when Fire Force wants to be amazing, it's amazing, right? And like it's pretty unique in terms of like the whole world and stuff. I just don't feel like. I feel like Fire Force and Jujutsu Kaisen, in my opinion, are the. And I guess kind of got a high school are the weaker ones on this list. I
wouldn't disagree. Oh, I think Baki also needs
You're
to go,
wrong.
but I wouldn't disagree.
Okay, all right. Since you...
No, Chris focuses too much on uniqueness is what I think.
No, it's not. Like. I mean, unique. Okay, well, first of all, it's still on the title. Second of all, it's not just
anymore,
about that.
actually.
I mean,
not.
Don't get me wrong. I feel like the animation and like the world is really really good, right? But if you compare like any scene, any like clips from like Aizuken or BNA. I know you don't like BNA, but I'm gonna say BNA anyways. And then you compare any clip from Fire Force, right?
That's true.
You can really see how different they are.
You see immediately. For those shows, you see immediately the style that it's going for.
Yeah.
See, that's the
Even
thing.
Like Akudama Drive.
Okay, that's the thing I was gonna say earlier, and I kind of just didn't. But like that. I feel like those shows that you just mentioned, like basically are all in the same boat. Jujutsu Kaisen, God of High School, Fire Force. I feel like they're all in the same boat. I didn't want to say it before. I didn't want to pile on, but that's what I was thinking. And now that you've said it, I feel like it's okay to kind of think of them all in that sense.
Yeah, they all look really good, but this isn't best looking. This is best style.
Yeah.
So like, and they have a good cohesive style if you watch the show. But I feel like it doesn't have as much of an immediate imprint as some of these other shows that we have on this list.
You literally look at everything and you're like, whoa, this is definitely Baki. This is definitely Isaac-kun. This is definitely Akudama Drive. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, except I like the way that Akudama Drive and BNA and Aizoken look. I don't know about Baki.
I love it. I mean, but Baki's like, you're either in it. It's like JoJo. You either love it or you hate it. And I'm obsessed with this shit.
I am willing to cut. I don't know if this is gonna be too controversial. I'm willing to cut Fire Force, Jujutsu, and the God of High School right here, just to get this.
I'll do
done.
it if we get Baki out of here first.
No. Baki's not going out first because at least Baki looks very.
We can talk about Baki because we'll have 4 at that point. So Baki will definitely.
Yeah, I'm okay with getting rid of those 3 as well.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds like everybody's okay with getting rid of them. So we're gonna cut Fire Force Season 2. We're gonna cut Jujutsu Kaisen for the first. I haven't heard that before. And we're gonna cut the God of High School. So now I'm gonna read the list. We only have 4 shows left. We have Akudama Drive, Baki, BNA, and Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken. So we have to cut one more show.
I feel like 3 of us are all thinking of the same show to cut.
Nakaran, what show would you cut over Baki? What would you like to fight against?
I will fight.
Pick your champion.
Here's the thing. Right, I will be okay with getting rid of either Akudama Drive or BNA. I will vote for BNA because I know Omar doesn't like BNA. So
Smart man.
Which is
smart man.
Nakaran, which one of these shows do you honestly think, without thinking of the politics of the matter, which show here do you like the style of the least?
Okay, I like the style the least of Akudama Drive, if I'm being honest, because I think the best thing out of it is the coloring. Is the best part of Akudama Drive. If you take the coloring away and you put regular colors, then I feel like it's a.
So Akudama Drive, I sent some clips earlier that people are probably seeing now. But Akudama Drive has some other unique things to it than just that.
I know, it does it has some cool things like the shading, but
well, no, more than just that. It has this thing where with the transitions, it will pop in different scenery points separately and to kind of fill out a scene, and that's really different and unique coming from an anime. And there's also these little I don't know what you would call them, infomercials that they do with a bunny and a shark that they have in the middle of the episode sometimes, where it's basically just propaganda, but they use it to flush out the world and give exposition to what's going on in the background. And it's really, and they're little puppets on sticks and stuff, and it really kind of breaks up the action of the show. And it looks a lot different than the usual 3D fights, bombastic style. So I think Akudama Drive has some. It does some really unique stuff that other stuff on this list don't really do. It does
some really cool stuff, even just the transition of the world and everything. It's really cool.
The transition stuff specifically.
Yeah, that's so
really
cool.
Really stands out.
I mean, and also just how the world looks. It's just it's just oh my goodness.
It goes for that cyberpunk theme. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it nails it, but it does
pretty good. I think it does a pretty decent job, honestly.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I don't think I would get rid of this before Baki.
How many of y'all have actually watched Baki? Because I feel like none of y'all actually watched Baki.
I've seen a couple episodes. I have a feel of the style for Baki.
Legitimately, Baki literally.
I know what you mean.
This is not how you win an argument, though, by saying that we haven't seen it. It's just gonna make us really not want to go for it.
No, my whole thing is that Baki, from the second that you put on Baki till the very end, everything about this show has is craziness, bombastic. The style you can clearly tell is Baki. The aesthetic of the best. Show. It is okay. Listen. I'm making it top 3. It can be third. I don't care.
It is not.
But decide that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. My whole thing is that Baki, even from the main. So the whole thing about Baki is that it's a tournament arc, basically. It's not always a tournament arc, but it's about being the strongest, right? It's a very stereotypical story, right? We've seen it.
Dang, you're
everywhere.
really selling this thing high,
Nah,
huh?
let me
me now.
finish. No, but the whole thing
my
is that they do it in such a way that literally every single fight and every single thing that happens in this show is so engaging and interesting because of the way that it's portrayed and the way that it's drawn and the way that it's like shown in the story. Like you can have a scene where like this man tanks a whole freaking tank to the face, and literally it's goofy and it's stupid, and there's no way a person could live out of it. But Baki gets away with it with the aesthetic of the show and the way that it's animated and the way that the characters are portrayed, which is why I feel like I know you all talk about just because you haven't seen the show doesn't mean that it's a valid point, but just by like when Baki gets away with it with how it's with the way that it's done. And you can only do that by watching the show. Like in all these other shows, you can look at a picture and you can be like, oh, I can see where this is going. But like if you like,
I don't know. These shows on this list, I don't think these last 4 shows you could say that about.
I know. I mean, just like the way you can look at like a Kodama Drive and be like, okay, I haven't seen the show, but I can see the aesthetic of where it was trying to go, right? But Baki, once you like, I'm telling you, the second that you watch the show and you get where this show is going, it's amazing and get really engaged into the world, which is why I really need to fight for this show, because this show is not getting the respect that it deserves right now.
So that's the thing, right? You clearly feel stronger about Baki than any of us feel about Akudama, but it seems like overall the 3 of us are leaning more towards Akudama than Baki. So it's a question of if your passion is enough to account for all 3 of us.
Because my thing is that like you guys are very against you just don't you want to get rid of it because you don't like the way the style, but you all acknowledge how good the style is though. No, my whole thing is you guys acknowledge how great. Well, I'm not sure. You guys acknowledge how good this show exudes the style and uniqueness of the show. You guys clearly told
unique.
Me. Yeah,
but I do not like.
But you can clearly tell the style of the aesthetic of the show, and you know, even if you don't like it, you know that it's good, right? Like I'm just letting you know that like that should just because you don't like it doesn't mean there should be get rid of best style when it's really really good and you acknowledge how good it is, because we're talking about best style, not favorite style. That's my point.
It's the same thing.
No,
really.
it's not.
But
the same.
Tim, where are you? Where are you with this right now? Because honestly, I would be fine going either way. But how are you with this right now, Tim?
I think it's gotta go.
If anything, I would fight for Akudama Drive for top. Honestly, I do not see it going out.
Nocturne, it doesn't sound promising for you right now, Nocturne. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm crazy. You guys are crazy. You guys
you haven't convinced anyone.
I mean, okay. First of all, First of all, I'm gonna be petty because I feel like y'all aren't gonna listen to anything I say now. But like, Akudama could be number 1, sure. I honestly think
to be number 1 for the record.
You know, if I could pick my order, I would do BNA.
Fight with each one.
I would do BNA is like probably one at the top, and then I'll probably do like Akudama Drive a second because the way that you described it really convinced me, and I'll do Keep Your Hands Off Isaac-kun. I'll kick that out if I could choose my rankings at this moment from your convincing.
Isaac has so much more style than Baki. I think that's just ridiculous. I think it's time for Baki to go Nocturne. I'm sorry.
You're so wrong.
3v1.
It's Nocturne. They have been wrong several times before. This has happened to all of us. Me. This has happened to me several times.
This is actually hurting me because I feel like
I think you're gonna have to take this L. I don't see any way you're walking out of here with Baki.
Yo, that's crazy.
You picked the wrong fight with Akudama Drive.
I just don't understand. Like you're trying really hard to not
had me on your side and you picked BNA.
It's ugly.
I'm actually a fan of Akudama Drive's.
Oh my god.
For me, that's what it comes down to. It's ugly.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? That's exactly what I said.
I think the fact that it's a sequel and the rest of these are originals and we're seeing them for the first time maybe has a little influence.
First of all,
so maybe
y'all haven't
chop
even
it up to that
seen Baki. So might as well be an original.
I've seen enough.
I've seen plenty.
You haven't seen enough. You can't just look at a video and see
I said the same argument for best looking. You need to hold this L.
So you just want revenge,
right.
dog. You just want revenge.
No,
I
I wholeheartedly agree with this decision to have out of the top three with the other three, because the other three are just better.
Baki is
I
no
hope
longer
you
on
get
the
a
list,
trash
Nokrin.
superpower tomorrow, Tim. I hope. Don't
Don't worry, I'm
I'm
already
not,
planning
I'm
for
not,
it.
I'm not uploading this on the 20th. It's not gonna make any
Well,
sense.
this has been
recording is the
uploaded on the
20th.
20th, and I hope on the 21st he gets like the worst. Like, I hope your power is to
Oh
breathe
my
underwater and you can't breathe on air anymore. So you have
People
to
don't know what we're talking about. We have to stop.
I don't know,
All
man.
right.
I'm bitter.
So I think we have our top three is Akudama Drive, BNA, and Keep Your Hands Off Aizoken. So we have to pick one winner and two runners up, not in order. So what do y'all think? Let me start. I think, honestly, hold up. I think Aizoken probably wins.
No,
here.
Sam, you
Even
only
as much as
watched
I love
one
BNA.
episode, dog. You can't.
I did, but
no.
god damn, does that show look good and exude a style to
Stefan,
it.
the fact
Like-
that you only watched one episode and you decided to not keep watching after that
and
one
I've seen
episode.
12 episodes of these other two shows, and I'm
Yes.
still saying that Aizoken wins.
No,
Doesn't
No,
that say
my
something?
point is, there's probably a reason to why you didn't keep watching the show, and I feel like the fact that
It
you
wasn't
only
the
watched
style.
one
It wasn't the
episode
style that kept me from watching it.
tells me
Just
plenty.
style, Nokrin.
Yeah, the style was not the thing that kept me from watching more. It was more so, the plot and like the slice of lifeiness. I wasn't feeling it at the time, but I think that this show has the most definitely the most unique style out of these three shows, and also I think it's done so well. Like if you watch some of these clips, like the clip I put in the drive for everybody to watch, there's a certain 3D-ness to the characters sometimes, and other times there's not. But they do it like in a real like interesting way that makes them, even though it's like cartoony, it gives them like a depth. It makes them feel kind of real despite that. And I know Omar saying BNA is too cartoony, so I don't know how he feels about Aizoken, if I'm being honest. But
I saw a clip. I liked it better than BNA.
that's insane. I mean, okay, it's not. I'm agreeing with you, so I don't know why I'm saying it's this. I just don't like that you're hating. You're taking BNA down so many levels just automatically.
Personal preference, bias, lack of bias. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, I would also be fine with BNA winning for the record because I love some Trigger. But
This is Stefan's winning. This is Stefan's list. I can tell he's very happy with all three of these options.
I am smiling from ear to ear right now.
I have lost my will to podcasts, so
Tim, where are you? Tim, what do you think wins here?
Oh man, it's kind of tough for me. Oh man, this is really tough. Honestly, I think I might be inclined to agree with you with Aizoken.
I was pronouncing it wrong the whole time.
Well, yeah, but what's new?
Yeah, it's fair.
I think I might be inclined to agree with you, but it's still tough because these other two are really good too. But obviously, all three of them are going to be good. That's why they're in the top three. I think I'd be inclined to agree with you though. Have Aizoken number one.
And Nokrin, you're just out.
I'm out. I'm really out. But I'm so disappointed in all of y'all. But now I have a huge disdain for Akudama Drive, so I just don't want that one.
That's
to
fine.
win.
That's fine. You don't even have to watch that.
You
show.
know what?
I will also say that Aizoken has some really unique scenes, like I would call them dream
I'm
sequences,
actually
but
kind
like
of upset
imagination
that
scenes
Aizoken
that are
is
really
winning
good, too.
despite you only watching one episode, and I'm kind of upset about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I know, right?
it shouldn't necessarily matter how much of it
Yeah,
you watch.
that-
Like
I mean,
once
it
again,
should-
like
All
he
you need to
said,
see is the style.
yeah,
No,
like
no,
once
no,
again,
you're
like he
right.
said, if he can pick this show over the other two when he's watched the other two, that says
I
a
feel
lot
like that
about the
just
show.
goes to-
That says
Oh,
a
no,
lot
you're
about
right.
it.
Say something.
You're right. It is rubbing me the wrong way. Like my feelings are hurt.
Well, you've been
Like-
rubbed the wrong way all this
You're
whole
hurt about
time.
Baki.
Yeah, you're
That's
just
really what you're
I
hurt
am
about.
very hurt
You're
about
just
Baki.
salty.
Yes, you are correct. I am still butthurt. Oh man, but yeah, honestly, I'm fine with whatever. Like I'm fine with all three of these shows. They're all really good shows anyways, so I don't feel like I feel very strongly towards any.
he says about the shows that he hasn't watched.
Okay, first of all, it's disrespectful. But second, you are correct. But yeah, I don't have like two.
Yeah, ironically, I'm the only one who has seen. Am I the only one who's seen any of the shows on this list?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this order right here. I'm okay with
Imagine.
Well, the other two aren't ordered
that.
necessarily.
Like
Yeah,
I
the two
said,
aren't ordered.
this order.
The order doesn't count as we say, but all right. So it seems like the winner, the best style show, the most style, best style is keep your hands off Aizoken.
Aizoken. EI is pronounced A.
And runners up, we have Akudama Drive, not in this order, and BNA.
Or maybe in this order. I mean, you know,
yeah,
who cares?
yeah.
Who cares? They're both good.
They're both really good styles. Also.
Yeah.
So I think we did it, fellas.
Yeah.
We all feel happy about
I feel
ourselves,
like
except
everybody
for
here
Naka.
is a winner.
I feel like everyone here is in pretty good agreement.
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like
everyone
we
here
can all
won.
walk away from this list happy.
I want this podcast to end. I want to move on with my life. Thank you for.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will see you next time.
Maybe next time, Knocker.